Hello everybody and welcome back. I have had two people in agreement with turning this into a hotel, so yes, we're going to do that. And as you can see, the sun is slowly but surely coming up so that we can actually see what the heck we're doing. And I'm going to go inside and have a look. Now, there is a new hotfix that's come out. I don't know if you guys saw that. Let's just see. I just did a screenshot quickly, and this is the so-called fancy summer update 1.9.3.0 hotfix, and they're talking about custom pictures, so it's going to be easier to load custom pictures. And they're also talking about fixed an issue with selling multiple pools. Re-entering a property in Sandbox will no longer hide the HUD. Fixing sounds here in Old Pinner Cove. Selling pools with a trash bag will not activate physics. And then the compact house. Now in the small theatre, this is where we are right now, and it says, in the small theatre, previously unsellable shelves are now sellable. A new instance of the house is required to notice the changes. What shelves? I don't understand. What are they talking about? What shelves? I don't see shelves. Let me know. What is it? These shelves? Oh, it could be. Oh, it's these shelves. All right. That makes sense now. All right. So I'm not going out and buying this damn place again. So we were planning on keeping this as a dining room, so I'm not going to argue with that. I'm going to keep it as is. Can we change? Yes, you see, we can change the shelves. We just can't sell them. Okay. And then there was a carb fix. But I did briefly go into my Sandbox and nothing's changed there. The physics, nothing's changed there. So it is what it is. So this is going to be, oh look, I thought I finished cleaning this place, but clearly I missed all the glitter. Someone had a party last night and there's glitter on the floor as usual. It's a hotel now, okay? It is what it is. Alright, so we've got this little cupboard under the stairs, which will make a perfect pantry. This will probably make an interesting wet room a place for the sinks and all that. And then we can put cabinets here with the stoves and have a dining room here. I did also go around and change all the windows. So there's that. Oh, the only one I didn't change was that one, because I wasn't sure if we're going to keep it or not. Okay, I now understand what you mean about the shelves. So yay. I'm happy about that. This is going to be a living area, a little sitting room. I'm thinking of opening this up so it's not just a hole in the wall, so you can actually step into this area and sign into the hotel. I'm happy to keep that as a little bathroom, and we can make this into, like, I don't know, a games room. So there we go. We have a plan. Now the question is, should we, actually, you know what? Sorry. Copy. I'm going to keep this color throughout the place because I think it's going to just add something to it. And the floor is okay, and it's a huge floor, So maybe we should keep this below. What do we have here? Is the full cut? I don't know if I like that though. We go for a slightly darker wood. Exactly the same thing. All right, let's not be picky. Let's just carry on with this wood because it's just going to be cheaper for us. But we will have, is this dirt or is it just the markings on the wood? Let's just look. Nope, it's just the wood. Okay, so we'll just keep this in the corner here. I don't know if I want to keep the paneling. I quite like this effect up here, to be honest, but I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. Because we want to keep the sort of grandeur, but bring it kicking and screaming into where we live now. Now that the sun is coming up, I also want to get some lights because we might as well just put in some bright light. What's the brightest light we have? I think it's this one. Let's just throw that in there, switch it on, and we've got some sort of light happening so we can actually decide what we want to do. The carpet on the stairs, it's okay, but I actually can't remember what did I use now. Did I use that? And then I went to this one? I think so. All right. We keep the stained pine. It doesn't look bad with the floor. How about a smoother carpet? Striped carpet? No. Let's go with that. Darkens it quite a lot. So let's keep light, and we are going to go for I don't like the cream. I like the white. And let's go away from the gold. I'm all golded out. Let's go for chrome. Okay, railing both sides. That looks pretty cute. Alright, and then let's just take this up here and here. Oh geez, that's interesting. Why on earth would they do that? I don't want to know. Okay. That we are going to do exactly what we did with it. There we go. Why is that? Okay, I'm confused. Why is that different now? That's a different fence to that one. do that. Is this one? Okay. That looks better. I don't know why they would have used that. Let's just get rid of it. That looks a bit... Okay. And I've also put in all the windows along this wall here, as you can see, because this whole top area was, I think from here, there were no windows. So I just went and popped them into the space that they gave us and decorated for us. The only window is on the floor below. I've also changed the balcony railings. I think this looks much better because it matches the railing on the inside and it's not so over the top. And now we come to the fun part of trying to figure out, actually, you know what? Trying to figure out the fun part of how we are going to do a hotel room. I would say we could probably either convert this into 2 units because we have the space. So we could have one room with bathroom there and one room, big room with bathroom on that side, or we could convert this whole area to a single penthouse. Okay, and then we have a smaller section here. So this could be probably 2 little rooms with a bathroom in between. I think that would work. And because this hallway is so wide, we could probably pinch a little bit all the way down here. So it's a little bit bigger. This we can have some sofas. It's like hotel renovator all over again. And then a big one here. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. I think that'll work. And then we can have the main floor with all the fancy stuff. Now let's think of paint. Why am I going there? I need to go here, don't I? Let's look at the cyans, because obviously this is the color of the that's the rich. That's the faded. Okay, so that's the color that we've painted all the windows and doors. So maybe we just need, you know, let's say if I take that and bring it up to almost a white. What do you think? Shall we try it and see what it looks like? No. How did I do that? Dang it. Oh, so we have to add it now. Stupid. Here we go. want the walls to be fairly light. Okay, that is very light. What the hell, guys? Okay, I'm changing it. I'm going to custom color. Thank you. Okay, close. Awesome. Fine. Damn, that was hard. Why was... Oh, I don't want to paint that wall. Ah, I don't want to paint that wall. I want to paint this wall. So you see, I'm literally not going with very dark walls because I think they need to be brightened a bit. But what I'd like to do is wallpaper this section here. If we can get that. Okay, and we've got it across here. We are going to need one. I think I'm going to, instead of getting a beam, I'm literally just going to do it with bricks. Like that. So it's beam-like. Okay, let's see. Okay. Should we? That'll work. And at least it's... And then the walls will be white. It's actually a nice bright color. Is this going to give me... Yes, it's going to be the right direction. Okay, I will worry about this bit just now. Let's just think. If I went for a wallpaper, I'm thinking a pinstripe. Quite small. Hey, we got the money. Ooh, that's too big. Maybe something like that. I wish we had the option to shrink this. But this is the smallest size. Almost gives the impression of a circus tent, but not quite. I think it's cute. And then we can run it along here as well. And I'm going to maybe keep... Okay, I can walk underneath that. That's fine. That will work. I mean, can you see? That's what I wanted to see through these windows here. Sort of that stripe. And I actually quite like that. All right. I'm going to say yes on that. Let me know. Am I crazy? And then maybe we should use the paneling at the bottom just to ground it, because this color is quite intense. Drawing in stripes today, it's one of those days. Is that too bright? We can go slightly darker. We've got the fancy stuff. We have got the technology. Okay, take that. You're going to give that to me. Almost the same color as the outside walls, but still bright enough in here that it looks a little less like a dark hole. Seriously. I'm going to need some more paint. Then we can use variations on this color for the rest of the place. Alright, I'm going to do this way because I guarantee you I'm going to end up painting where I shouldn't be painting. So, you see what I mean? I'm terrible. I don't know. I'm in two minds. This needs to be a different color. We do have these fancy things here. These new ones. Maybe we need to use these. Maybe in the wood. There's a picture rail instead. It's just not wide enough. What have we got that's wider than that? Flip it. Damn it. That's quite nice. I like that. And then we can flip it the other way. Let's just pull that to the end. Thank you. Okay, so if I did that, I like that. And then we can go with the darker wood. Very cute. And then we can get some plain paint. I'm thinking our standard white, and we'll do it in the rough plaster, but not pure white. Let's see what this looks like. Seriously. Sorry guys, I haven't been talking much today. For some reason, I'm just not in a talkative mood, but you can see I chose the same painting for both of them. Let's change that picture, shall we? Always end up choosing this color for whatever reason. Is what it is. Now, can I get that picture? Yes. There we go. We haven't got very far. I'm thinking of I was thinking of building a desk, but I think if I just use this without and just put the desk in the middle there, we can use that as the check-in desk, and then we can use, there's 5 rooms, so we don't need 16 tables, and we can have some outside as well. But it's a start. I'm quite liking the chandeliers. We can pull them down just a smidgen. Let me know what you think of my color choices. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I like it. I might change. I think I'm going to change the color of that because that looks too heavy, and then just put a shelf there. But this is the wall that we cannot knock down because you can't sell these shelves. I have established that you can't sell these shelves, so yay, thank you for that. And I'm not going to start again, so let's just go with something like this. I like these tables for the restaurant, and I think I'm going to go with the same color, that sort of peachy color as the chairs. We're just going to have to lay these out a little bit with a little bit more thought. Fortunately, the layout is a bit complicated, but I think it's going to be good. A little bit more sort of old-fashioned, not where I normally go, but I quite like it. Let's copy that and see what we end up with. That's not bad. Change. Maybe slightly dark, and then let's duplicate. We can probably move that in a little bit. I don't know if this is leaving enough space for entry and exit from the kitchen, but hey, then we can put some floral prints on the wall in here, and probably some curtains. I'd be so excited one day when they actually bring out curtain options. In fact, I think I'm going to, do I want to put a table there? I'm not sure. I might just build this in instead of using this. Maybe with, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but we'll make a plan. This is the sort of thing. Let me know what you think of this wallpaper. That can change. You can see I haven't put it here because that runs along to the top. So I can stop it there and then carry on with paneling. So So that's a thing. And then, of course, in here, we've got the leaf instead of the stripe. But it's dark again, so I think I'm going to leave it here. We've got lots to do. This is probably, I've recorded for nearly 3 hours, but I'm going to chop out chunks and just give you the highlights. So let me know what you think. And then probably we're going to be back in Sandbox finishing up the summer splash house on Friday. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, please subscribe. Hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.